Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Hello, wild ones. I'm also going live on the gram. Flopped launch, oh no. That's the topic today. I'm gonna go live over here on the Grammy Poo. All right, welcome to another live transmission. I'm gonna try this round to not play with my hair so much. Welcome. I'm Christina Gomes. I am your mystical muse. I'm your mentor, coach, and healer that's ready to guide you to the kind of business that feels nourishing to you, that creates consistent revenue, that attracts the kinds of clients that you just jump out of the bed in the morning so excited to serve, which is what I'm experiencing right now. I just had not a flopped launch, even though today's topic is around flopped launches. I just created another 5-figure launch working with the least amount of clients that I've worked with in over 2 years. So this is incredible. And it's not about more clients or less clients. It's about the right kinds of clients. And so I've had 5-figure launches in the past that were fine, but I had clients within that 5-figure launch that didn't even show up to the calls. And this was when I had a lower price point, and I did not have the kind of energy that I have today. And so I'm not talking about you just making a bunch of money. I'm talking about you creating the kind of clients that you actually want to serve in the offer once the launch is completed. But today's not about that. Today we're talking about flopped launches. What if you've had one? How do you recover? Oh my goodness, I get asked this question a bunch. I know so many soul-led leaders who have thrown in the towel because they launched their offers once and it didn't work out the way they had hoped. And of course, when you hear about $100,000 launch and 6-figure launches, and you hear about all these big name people that might have a humongous ads budget and launch managers and big robust teams, it can feel like, wow, people are having 6-figure launches and even 5-figure launches, and I'll just never get there. And here's the thing. I want to let you know that you can have a very beautiful launch, a 5-figure launch of a brand new offer, just like my client Allison did. And you don't need all of that stuff that is going to stress you out in the first few launches anyway. All of those ads, all of those, that revenue that's needed for ads, and all of that jazz, the bells and whistles and things, the perfect branding, all of that is slowing you down when you could have a 5-figure launch in a few months. And from there, be able to hire a launch manager or hire a teammate or whatever it is that you want to refund your business and create. You're actually going to have the funds. And what stops people is that they don't know how to launch, and then they talk about their offers, they put out their offers, and their offers don't do as well as they would have hoped, and they stop. So that's not fun. I've been there. And so today's lesson is going to help you through that, help you to keep going. So welcome. Many of us have experienced at some point this flopped launch. So you don't even have to tell me in the comments if you have, but if you'd like to reveal that you've had a flopped launch, go ahead and put flopped in the comments, because I would be putting flopped in the comments myself right now if I wasn't had my hands full with this live transmission, because I've totally had a flopped launch. But how do we keep going? Because you must keep going. It's a question that can leave us feeling confused, frustrated, doubtful, and even doubtful in our abilities. How do I keep going after a flop launch? And I know from personal experience how to recover from a flop launch. And I've helped some of my clients through this as well. So today I'm here to remind you that a flop launch is not the end of the world. In fact, it might just be the beginning of something truly incredible. So let's dive in. You might be wondering why this topic is so important for you, for a soul-led leader, for a soulpreneur, as I call you. Well, here's the truth. Launches are a part of your journey as a soulpreneur. It's a part of your soul's evolution. And if you truly, truly want success, as a soul-led leader, as a transformational facilitator, as a coach, as a mentor, a healer, or a guide, if you truly want this success, you've got to have what I call staying power. The only people that have ever been successful as entrepreneurs are those that are in it for the long game, okay? And I want to help you stay. Staying power is key if you want those 5-figure launches, if you want to attract clients that rave about your work. This lesson is really going to help you get there. So if you want to create a business that gets to grow with you, there are so many opportunities for growth when we launch. For growth, for learning, for fine-tuning our offers. If you want a business that grows with you and grows as your soul evolves on this human journey, then you're truly in the right place. And yes, sometimes launches don't go as planned, as I've revealed, but it's how we navigate those setbacks that truly defines our resilience and determination. It refines who we are as leaders. And it gives us interesting stories as well. And nobody wants to work with someone who doesn't have this kind of character, a character that is built on staying power and resilience. And no one is a bit extreme, but if you're having less clients, think about what you would do in this life. Would you work with someone? Would you rather work with someone that has made mistakes, that has been through it, that has transformed in the ways that you want to transform? Or would you rather work with someone who just is perfectly buttoned up and presents themselves as if they haven't gone through anything in this life? No. So your failed launches gives you character, gives you resilience. And so they don't always go as planned, but again, it's how we navigate those flop launches that truly refines and defines our resilience. So if you've recently experienced a flop launch, trust me, you're not alone. And today I'm going to share with you 3 common mistakes that soul-led leaders make in this situation, along with what to do instead. So we're going to get into what to do instead, which is really going to be helpful for you. So mistake number 1 that you might have made, that I see entrepreneurs make all the time, is internalizing a flopped launch as a failure, as an internal failure. Oh, I'm smiling because I've been there. One of the biggest mistakes we can make when faced with a flop launch is internalizing it as a personal failure. We start to question our own worth, our abilities, and even our purpose. But here's what I want you to know. A flop launch does not define your worth. It does not determine your success as a soul-led leader. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, let's shift your perspective. Let's see it as a truly grand opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your strategies. Okay? Because a lot of people are launching, but they didn't have a plan. And at this stage in your business, launching without a plan is a setup for failure. And even if you have a mediocre plan, or your plan was just go online and talk about your offer, that's not a great plan, but at least it's a start. So that's fine. But if your plan led to a flop launch, then it's not a time to say that you're a failure. What it's time for is to refine your plan and your strategies and the way you're talking about your offer and your content and elevating that. It's all a process, and each launch leads to the next. So embracing failure as a stepping stone on your path to greatness, on your rise, on your soul's evolution, this is what we really get to do instead. Now, I want you to know, before I go into really embracing this failure as a stepping stone, is I want you to know that I failed. I don't just talk about this because I've never failed in my life. I talk about failure as a stepping stone on your rise because it's truly what I've done. Right before I hired my first coach, at way more than I've ever invested in myself, I had both the most success I'd ever had in my career, immediately followed by the most failure. So, like, needless to say, the ebb and flows of entrepreneurship are real, and I've experienced them, and my clients experience them as well. But they have me in their corner to help them not to internalize it as a failure. So I was there, and the successes included tripling my price on having a 10K week, hiring my lovely VA, who is still with me to this day. That alone is a real, true success. And I dropped the low-cost courses, and people were finally paying me left and right at my highest price offers. This is truly a success, and it's what I help my clients to create in their own lives still to this day, 4 years later. So I was on top of the world with these successes. And then what came next? Can you guess? The dreaded flop launch. Only 2 people joined an offer that usually had done so well, had historically given me that 10K week. Here I am touching my hair again. Had given me that 10K week and was doing so well, okay? So that sucked, right? I flopped, I failed, I fizzled, and I could have fizzled out, and I could have thrown in the towel. This could have been the moment that I quit. Went back to some crummy job that didn't provide those soul evolutionary marks on my journey that led me to where I am now. But I got the last of my savings, and I hired a mentor so that I wouldn't make this failure mean something about me. I knew I needed help with that. And I refined my offering, upgraded who it was designed for, and got to work on honing my high-end transformational sales skills. And guess what happened? A month later, I had a $38,000 launch. From flopped to 5 figures. This is what we can call this expansion. And if you want to get in on this expansion as well, stay to the end of this transmission, because I have another freebie, a little free transmission for you that you can grab at the end of this transmission. But I've been creating 5-figure launches ever since. This is how I'm now in my 8th 5-figure launch in a row. I've never flopped again. And I also have the skills to teach my clients how to recover from a flop launch. So I did not internalize this failure. As I tell you this, like, I'm looking back with such honor for little Christina, for past Christina, because I could have internalized that flop launch as a personal failure and made it mean something about my ability to help my clients, or my ability to recover, or whether or not I was good at business. I could have internalized all of it to mean something about me, and I wouldn't have been able to help my clients generate millions of dollars collectively over the last 3 years. And you know what that means for the world? Because I help transformational facilitators that really do deep and meaningful work in the world that create impacts in their clients' life, create an impact, create a change and a transformation in their clients' lives every day. So yes, I've helped to generate millions of dollars into the hands of high value guides, of soul-led leaders, of people who have big hearts and truly want to make a change. And I've also helped millions of people in that process because the ripple effect goes on. Just from not making this one mistake that you might have made in the past or you might make in the future, because if you haven't had a flop launch yet, then you haven't been in business long enough. And it's an opportunity to refine your offer, to redefine your message, redefine who it is that you want to work with. There's a bunch of ways and strategies. I would have to be inside your business like I am for my clients to see what went wrong specifically for you. And that's what I do with my clients, is I'm helping them to refine their offers, clarify their message, and get really deeply grounded in transformational sales skills so that they actually are selling in ways that feel good, so that they don't feel contracted in their business and in their sales process. Hey there, visionary leader. If you're resonating with this message, I'd like to invite you into your next level life and business. Enrollment has begun for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my signature group container to help you design an offer so delicious, so juicy, so based on your soul gifts that you are thrilled to invite your soulmate clients inside of it. I'm going to teach you how to promote this offer with a ton of heart and to sell out this offer with ease to meet your revenue goals. I would love to have you inside if you are a visionary leader who knows that they are great at what they do. You'd like to collapse the timeline on how long it takes to reach consistent income with an offer that you truly love. Go to the link in the show notes to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application individually, and I will send an email to let you know if you've been accepted in a few days after application. Thank you for trusting me with your vision, and I can't wait to see what we co-create. So mistake number 2, if you've experienced the flop launch and you're a soul-led leader, many people will start to lose sight of their purpose. They'll start to get that job or start to grind with the one-off sessions or whatever it is that's distracting them from their purpose. Another common mistake, and I don't want you to make it. When faced with disappointment, it's easy to get caught up in the numbers, the revenue, the external validation, all of that, right? But remember your purpose as a soul-led leader. Remember that your purpose goes beyond the outcomes of one single launch. I want you to take a step back. If you've recently had a failed launch or you've ever had a flop launch, take a step back, zoom out, take an eagle's eye perspective, and reconnect with why you started this journey in the first place. Focus on the impact you want to make, the transformation you want to facilitate in your clients' lives, and focus on the lives you want to touch with your message, with your offerings, with your business as a whole. And let your purpose guide you forward. That's what to do instead. So if you've lost sight of your purpose because you've had a failed launch, because you didn't make as much money as you thought you would, you didn't call in as many clients as you wanted, or any kind of failure in your launch, well, maybe you called in the wrong kinds of clients and now they're making it hard for you to do your work in the world because they're not aligned with who you are and the transformation that you want to help them to make. And all of that is a process that can be fixed. All of that is a strategy or something that can actually turn around really fast. But we've got to get you first reignited with your purpose. So that's what I want to share with you right now. And if you're wanting to know more about the process, stay to the end of this transmission, and I'm going to give you the link to the high value process that I teach to all my clients. My Love to Launch formula is in this masterclass that I created for you, and it's free, and I'd love for you to have it. It's an instant access masterclass, and you get some bonuses for watching the masterclass, so I'd love for you to have that. If you're on Instagram, reach out to me personally because I don't have the link ready for you, but if you're in my group, Wild, Wealthy, and Well-Known Soulpreneurs, then I'll have the link for you right after this transmission. Amazing. And join my group if you want. That's the link in my bio. The Facebook community group, there's many, many, many resources there. If you're on Instagram, I also have been doing these live series. So you can go to the series button on Instagram and get to a series of live videos that are changing people's lives completely for free. It's all available for you. I want you to recover from a flop launch because I want people like you doing your most potent work in the world. I really, truly do. All right, so mistake number 3 that people make when they've had a flop launch and what to do to keep going. They just give up too soon. Okay, the third mistake we often make is simply giving up too soon. And it brings us back to what I was speaking to in the beginning of this transmission, is that you get to have staying power. You've got to have staying power, and you get to have staying power because staying power is the characteristic of a high value guide. And a high value guide is going to have sustainable revenue, and we just get to grow into that title. We just get to grow into that energy. It is a process. I grow into it every day. There is no point in my transformational journey as a soul-led leader that I think that I've made it. It's a growth process. It's a soul's evolution. And I'm in this for the long game. You will see me in business, coaching my clients, mentoring my clients 10 years from now. It's what I came here to do. And if you feel that way about you, you cannot give up. Give up if you want to. But what I tell some of my clients that are ready to throw in the towel, because it happens, is that could you give up if you even tried? Could you give up if you even tried? I mean, take a break. Go for a walk. Don't work today. But give up? No, that's not you. Okay, so giving up too soon. It's very tempting, right? It's very tempting to just throw in the towel and say, maybe this isn't for me. But let me reassure you that perseverance is the key to success. Every successful entrepreneur has faced setbacks and failures along the way, like we talked about in mistake number 1. The difference lies in your unwavering commitment to keep going. So this comes down to commitment. Keep on going, to keep learning, and to keep evolving. So instead of giving up, embrace resilience. You are a resilient person. Remember all the setbacks you've already had and how you've overcome them. And yes, while you were in them, they probably felt like your whole world was crumbling down. And then what happened from the ashes? A phoenix arose. This is the transformational process, and you're no stranger to it. And it relates. Now you can relate all those transformations to this launch and this flopped launch and your next launch. And each launch leads to the next launch. Each launch grows your next launch. So remember that failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is not the opposite of success. I have an amazing meditation that I deliver to my clients in the Conscious Creative Business Immersion on duality, on success versus failure. And I help them integrate this success versus failure into something so gorgeous that has never been created before, ever. And they get this in module 2 of the Conscious Creative Business Immersion in my signature Create method, because we work on your resonant energy in module 2. And my goodness, this meditation alone, my clients report that they listen to it every day, and the abundance flows. They take the image that's created from integrating success and failure, and the abundance starts to flow. The clients start to naturally reach out to them because it becomes an energetic game. And if you want to expand your energy around launches, I have a masterclass for you that is on the 3 energetic principles for sold out launches, the kind of launches that don't give you stress. Those principles are available to you, as well as my Love to Launch formula mapped out for you in this free masterclass that I'm about to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link now in Facebook. Let me get that going. And then if you're on Instagram, message me or comment masterclass, and I will get that over to you personally. So those are the mistakes. And now that we've explored these common mistakes, I want to help you launch to 5 figures without stress. It's time to reclaim your power, step into your brilliance, and create launches that align with this purpose. Now that you've remembered what your purpose is from mistake number 2, don't lose sight of your purpose. Write it down. What is it? Don't just think, oh yeah, I gotta not lose sight of my purpose. Write down your purpose. Hang it on your wall. You got this. Join this masterclass. Get the 3 principles for sold out launches, the energetic principles, and my 5-figure launch formula mapped out for you. I want this for you. It's going to be so amazing when you message me and tell me that you've recovered from a flop launch just from this one video. So please do. I'm open. I'm receptive. I'm available for your messages. If you've ever had a flop launch and this lesson has helped you in any way, please reach out to me and tell me which mistake you most resonated with and what you're going to do. And then tell me the results of that. What you did, the results, or what you're going to do, and what you want to create from that. And please sign up for this free masterclass. It's available for you now. It's an instant access masterclass. It's going to take you through my 3 energetic principles of sold out launches. If you're following me on Instagram, please reach out personally. I'll get you the link personally. If you're on Facebook with me in my Wild, Wealthy, and Well-Known Soulpreneurs group, thank you for being an honored member of this community group. You're going to want to check out this free masterclass. It's a simple, proven, and effective method for filling up your offers, no matter your price, y'all. All right, folks, this has been such a lovely live transmission. We're going back to our regularly scheduled lives every Tuesday inside my group. Sometimes I'll also pop on here on Instagram, but I really value those of you who have chosen to be contained in this group. This is a powerful group. I'm so happy you're here. Please feel free in my group. Also, if you're on Instagram, go to the group because you can share your content. You can share your offers. You can practice marketing within my group. It's much more of a community-oriented space. Every day is promotion day within my group. So I'm so excited to have you there. All right, this has been so much fun, and we'll talk so soon. Bye-bye now.